Rick.
Gracie, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you.
No, thank you. I wanted to tell you how thankful I am that you recommended the gratitude journal to me.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Oh, good. You've got gratitude. So this is a wonderful way to record a reminder for daily gratitude. So it's a journal, and you put in a date and one or two, three things that you're grateful for. And I received this from one of my CEOs after we did a gratitude exercise with the group. And the next meeting, she came in with a stack of those, and she said, "Hey, that was really powerful. This is something I'm doing every day, and you may want to do it yourself." So it's been a great practice, and I'm trying to introduce small, quick exercises where people can share with each other what they're grateful for. And so I've been doing a little bit of homework, Gracie, around what is this whole gratitude thing about? And I'd
Yeah.
like to share some of what I've learned.
Oh, please do.
So, gratitude is really about energy shifts. It's about moving your mind from, that kind of that spiraling downward bad day that we all have on occasion, to making a shift and moving your outlook and the day's energy to be positive. They've also found that gratitude is a really important part of resilience. Each of us have a different level of resilience, our ability to bounce back and move out of that bad space into a good space. That's different for each one of us. But what they're finding is practicing gratitude is a way to provide a tool for your mind to become more resilient. It's also, they're discovering that gratitude is the precursor to joy, to being happy. And that's a little different than what I think where I was thinking. I always thought, well, you can have gratitude if you have joy, if you're in a good
Mhm.
space. And
Right.
it's just the other way around.
Yeah.
Expressing your gratitude and having gratitude is what leads to joy. So we've been practicing this in my CEO groups, and encouraging individuals to use a journal of some sort to share, to remind themselves of their own gratitude, but most importantly to share it with other people. So I'd like to just share with you some of what I'm learning and what we're doing in our group. Sound good?
Oh, yes. I was a psych minor. So
Ah,
I definitely thrive off of the different ways to exercise the muscle that is your brain so that you
yeah,
can have that, you know, positive trajectory like you were describing.
wonderful. Well, I want to start, Gracie, by expressing my gratitude for you.
Oh,
We've been working together now for several months,
yeah.
and I must say I've learned enormously from you, particularly around the world of marketing and social media. I'm an old analog, and so to have someone who can coach me and be patient with me as I'm learning all this stuff about LinkedIn and doing videos and what it's about and how we post that and share that with other people. That's all very new and different. So I want to thank you for that.
Oh, you're so welcome, Rick. It's been
Yeah,
my pleasure.
yeah, it's great. So every day I say, I am grateful for Gracie.
Oh.
And it's very true. It's very genuine. Um, so what's behind this? I'd like to share with you a model that I picked up along the way that describes what happens in our brain when we have gratitude. So this model has four components, and it's really speaking to four different activities that are occurring in the brain, and this comes out of the world of positive psychology, which is a huge and growing area. One is that the neural connections in our brain, there's actually what they call the bliss center. So that lights up when we're feeling good, when we're feeling happy, that the wires and the connections fire up in that part of the brain when we're feeling gratitude towards someone else or something else, gratitude towards a beautiful day or a hike in the woods. The second component is the neurotransmitters increase. Dopamine and serotonin have been demonstrated to be responsible for joy and happiness. Well, how do we get those two neurotransmitters to increase? It is by expressing gratitude and feeling gratitude about what's going on in our lives. So that's the second component. The third component is that increasing our gratitude and increasing those neurotransmitters actually reduces our sense of fear and anxiety. So it's reducing the stress hormone. Again, another very easily measurable chemical, usually in a mouth swab. We can measure the amount of stress hormones that are going on in our lives. And so increasing the one will reduce the other. So it really counterbalances those negative feelings, and that's what helps with our resilience. And then the fourth area that they've discovered is that we actually we start restructuring our brain towards positive thinking. And the more we're grateful, the more gratitude we express, the more positive psychology occurs, and the brain starts reshaping. It's no different than when you exercise. When you exercise on a regular basis, after what do they say? Do it 12 times and it becomes routine. That's because your body is adjusting to a new routine. The same thing's going on with our brains in terms of our cognitive restructuring. So, building this in as part of our routine day-to-day personal life and practice, and we're looking to build this into the work we're doing with our groups. So I'd like to share with you, Gracie. So what are some of the things we can do to cultivate our own well-being, our resilience, our joy, and exercise gratitude? So these are, again, things I've picked up. One is those day-to-day activities and behaviors that make us feel good. For some people, it's running or swimming, taking a walk, dancing, appreciating what's outside. If you're into photography, doing photography, whatever it may be, making music. So to have gratitude in those moments by doing those things that we really find a lot of joy and pleasure in gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal, like I had shown you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
For many people, it's just a normal journal that you're recording your thoughts every day. Have a section in there where you're writing down one or two or three things that you're grateful for. A good time to do that is either early in the day or end of the day, whatever time works for you, where you can be really focused. When we go to bed, what do? Well, some folks worry, other folks read. Think about those things that you are grateful for during the day. Move your mind into that positive space. And maybe those dreams that come along later in the day, in the evening, will be more positive. Another great one that I picked up at a conference I went to was handwritten notes. And this is a practice I need to start doing again. I take all my notes are handwritten. And there's something about the hand writing on a piece of paper that is part of the experience. And to be sharing your gratitude in a handwritten note, just a quick note and letter that you can send out to others. One person you may remember who used to do a lot of this was George H.W. Bush. The first George Bush was just really kind of famous for being a note writer, just a quick note of thanks. For some people, it's prayer or meditation, and we certainly encourage that. And then, a whole host of other things that what we'll do in our group sessions is when we're talking about gratitude, we'll say, and what are you doing? What are you doing to help move your sense of gratitude forward? So those are just some of the things, Gracie, that I've learned that I encourage my members to do that can really lead towards that more positive experience in life. But again, as a leader, to be modeling positive psychology, modeling uh, joy in the workplace, and that's where people are going to find meaning and, hey, I like working here. So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Appreciate you asking about that.
Thank you. Now I just want to express gratitude all over the place. It's good for them and
Yeah,
it's good for us.
you got it. You bet. Thank you.